Welcome to another Cardano update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our Discord server where we post multiple updates a day. And I hope you enjoy this Cardano video. So Cardano is still in an uptrend right now. However, it is going down again. As you can see, we tested the trend line for like a 5th millionth time right now. And we kind of have to start going up at some point. I mean, Bitcoin dominance is still going up right now, and this is actually because of this stupid Trump coin that was just launched a couple of days ago. This made the whole market go insane, and it pretty much stole all of the liquidity from the market. It had a market cap of like $14 million, well, I'm sorry, $14 billion, and I believe the trading volume was at like $100 billion. And if you want to know how insane that is, that's actually very close to the trading volume of Bitcoin right now. So yeah, it was pretty insane to see it. And you know, I'm not expecting this coin to do anything in this bull market. This is obviously a big joke, and I just cannot wait for it to be over with, so we can focus on the altcoin market. But yeah, the altcoin market is taking a hit right now. It's not a big hit. It doesn't really, invalidate anything, but we tested the trend line so many times at this point that we might as well just break below it and form another low if this continues, because we cannot really afford to do this for much longer. I mean, the bull market support band, as you can see, it's getting closer and closer. And like I said, we do not want to get a cross on the bull market support band. So if we do not want a cross on the bull market support band, we kind of have to hurry up and we have to get another, pump like this, like we got over here. And, this could be another double top scenario like we got over here. As you can see, we got this top right here. This was the third wave. Then we went down for like a month and a half, and then we went up for another month and a half, and that was the entire move. And after that, we just went down for like 6 months. Obviously, right now, we don't want to see that because I'm still expecting a third wave of this one to set up on the chart. And keep in mind, Cardano right now is still in an uptrend, like I said, so it's still looking good. Keep in mind as well that it's at the 0.618 resistance level of the previous all-time high, and there is a lot of resistance here, even from the previous bull market and even from the previous 2018 all-time high. And yeah, it's gonna be difficult to get above this level, but once we get above this level, it should be pretty easy to get to about $1.78 and then to the previous all-time high. Now keep in mind, this has to happen at some point, and I did tell you that it is possible for Bitcoin dominance to just go sideways until March. However, that would not be the best thing right now, because Bitcoin dominance is already at like 59% right now, and if it just continues going sideways until March, we might get another cross on the bull market support band, and that would not be good for the altcoin market, because the green line would go above the red line, and if that happens, Bitcoin dominance could do something like this, and the altcoin market could take a major hit during that. So we don't really want to see that right now. We just need to wait for some kind of move to the downside. Today the president just got put into the office, so we'll see if anything happens during this week. I'm hoping that it does, because it's really boring right now. Now of course it's not as boring as this right here. I mean, this whole move to the downside was extremely boring and we got through it, so we could be looking at some kind of major move to the upside very soon, just because during this time we also went sideways for some time before finally breaking above the bull market support band and doing something. Now keep in mind, right now we are above the bull market support band, so what we need to break above right now is the 0.618 resistance level of the previous all-time high. Now if we want to compare this cycle to what happened in the previous cycle in January, this cycle is currently underperforming. In the previous cycle, we went up about 145% in the first 2 weeks of January, and in this cycle, I believe we went up like 30%. I mean, it's still good, but it's obviously not as good as what we got over here. And I mean, this kind of makes sense, because when you consider the fact that here, for example, in January, we only went up about 100%, And in this cycle, we went up like 300%, which is 3 times more than here. I mean, maybe it is okay that we did not go up another 100% in January like we did in the previous cycle, but even with that in mind, we should still go up in February, and my prediction remains the exact same. I think Cardano will be near all-time highs by the end of February if we are copying what we did here. If we are not copying what we did in the previous cycle, then it's going to be difficult to say where Cardano will top in this cycle, but keep in mind, I mean, the minimum target for the third wave that we are working on right now is the 200% extension of this 1-2 setup, and that is at $2.98. And I mean, that's pretty much the previous all-time high, so we might as well get above that. And I think that if the third wave tops about, let's say, $4 or so, the fifth wave could theoretically get to about $6 to $7. And Cardano is still looking bullish, it's still respecting support levels, there's nothing to complain about right now, but it is very, very boring, and I know many of you don't really like when Cardano goes sideways, and I mean the views go down during this time. They're not down too much because at the end of the day Cardano is still up like 300%, but yeah, people are losing patience, especially considering the fact that XRP, for example, is at new all-time highs. But I did warn you about this multiple times. I did warn you that at some point XRP will get a huge correction, so it's only a matter of time until that happens, in my opinion. Now, of course, maybe it's not gonna happen right now. Maybe it's gonna happen once we get to like $6 and then we get a huge drop. But be careful and, be aware that it is possible for XRP to do something like this. Now, why am I talking about XRP? Well, because people are comparing XRP to Cardano, saying that XRP is just doing better than Cardano. And yeah, right now it is, but I don't think XRP will outperform Cardano in this cycle. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see what happens in the cycle. I mean, there's like 11 months of the cycle left. Well, 10 months, I would say. And I mean, it's still looking fine, we are still ahead of schedule. If you look at where Cardano was exactly 4 years ago, when you compare it to the previous all-time high of 2018, Cardano was still down about 72% from the previous all-time high, and right now, if you take the 2021 all-time high, which is up here, Cardano is down about 61%, so we are doing better than we were doing in the previous cycle, which means that we could continue going up very, very soon. And, stop complaining about this. I mean, yes, we are like 61% down from the previous all-time high of 2021. But, if you bought down here, I'm pretty sure you are happy right now. If you bought at like 30 cents, when I did tell you that this would be a good buying opportunity. And I mean, right now you would already be up like 3x, maybe 4x if you somehow sold here. I doubt that. And I mean, Cardano is still going to do well. Keep in mind, Bitcoin is still doing absolutely nothing right now. We just got a new cycle high, well, a new all-time high. And I mean, I don't think the fourth wave will get another low. I think this is the end of the fourth wave, which means that the fifth wave could happen very, very soon. And I'm expecting the fifth wave of the main third wave to top somewhere between, let's say, $130,000 and about $150,000, maybe even a bit more, maybe like 170. Keep in mind, I'm still expecting Bitcoin to top at $255,000 by the end of this year. And I know that's crazy, but I think it's possible. I've already told you why many times. I'm not gonna repeat myself this time. Now I also want to talk about Ethereum for a second. Ethereum is not doing too well right now. It's still red on the monthly chart, and yeah, I mean, we had a cross on it, but it's not doing anything, which is not really concerning because we are still above the bull market support band, so that's fine, but it kind of has to start going up. Because in the previous two post-halving years, Ethereum went up like 78% and 38% in 2017, I believe. So yeah, I mean, right now it's not looking too great, but maybe we are not copying what we did in 2017, and in 2021, maybe we are doing something else. And maybe that something else is that Bitcoin dominance will just go sideways until March, but we'll see. I don't really expect that, but it is a possibility, and I'm obviously gonna hate it if it happened. But I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think Bitcoin dominance will start breaking down very, very soon. And yeah, I mean, I'm just repeating myself at this point. It's not really, there's nothing going on in the market, so I have nothing to say. Even the Discord server is a bit quiet right now, but once we start breaking above the 0.618 extension, I believe Cardano is gonna do very well. So yeah, that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts, and if you want access to our Discord server where we post multiple updates a day. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.